What is good, YouTube? It's your boy on the Gamer 870 back with another banger. You ever felt like you were playing this game and you felt like you were playing yourself? Like you felt like if you were the other team that that's exactly what you would be doing? I'm playing my guy here and I'll be honest with you, his team is filthy. I can tell that simply by the top three cards he has. Michael Parsons, he plans on having a field day. But one thing that caught my attention was the fact that DeMarcus Ware was a 98 overall. If you all know, I'm 61 out of 50 Broncos. So being 61 out of 50 Broncos, I know for a fact that my DeMarcus Ware is a 97 overall. That tells me that he has a Kim on his defensive line / outside linebackers, which is great because if he has that Kim on DeMarcus Ware, he does not have that Kim on his cornerbacks. If he does not have that Kim on his cornerbacks, they're not hitting 99 speed. They're not hitting 99 speed. So I know that going into the game. However, I also know that he gets a lot of defensive pressure. So I have to do something to, nullify that. He comes out first quarter. He's coming out and he just plans on running Jonathan Taylor. Y'all remember the problem I told you that I had with this game. Y'all remember the Vita Vea video. And I also know that this, that was kind of nasty. He shook me kind of bad there. That's cool though. We go bounce back. He's coming out. He's playing this game with Jonathan Taylor as the focal point. I also know that he has Randall Cunningham as his quarterback. I thought I could get a fumble here. Didn't happen that way. Taylor is tired, so I'm trying to see if he's going to be man, and he ran it anyway. This tells me everything I need to know about this man's game plan. This man is going to force feed Jonathan Taylor the entire game, which is okay with me. Do what you got to do. I don't mind. But now with Jonathan Taylor being tired, he has Zeke Elliott in the game, and I know he didn't want to use Zeke. Let me borrow that right quick, bro. Appreciate that. This guy, his entire game plan is predicated on running the ball. Okay? I know this simply because of what he's shown me the first drive. He wants to run the ball the entire game, which is cool. All right, I'm going to come out with some very boring offense. I want to see how bad this defensive line is. Like, I know he's coming at me with this defensive line. So I did something that a lot of you all probably would never do. I ran the ball straight up the middle 3 straight plays. I didn't audible. I didn't block anybody differently. I wanted to see how dominant his defensive line could be. That was all that drive was for. That's all I wanted to see happen. So I realized that his defensive line is not that dominant in terms of the run. I could get some things accomplished with the run. But now he's starting to let me know who Jonathan Taylor really is. So now he's running to the outside. He's not fast enough to break on my defense. My defense is pretty good. We full of 98s and 99s over here. He's a good runner. If you notice something, your average person that you're playing when they're doing this play, that play is designed to go to the outside. Your average player would hit that hole between 72 and 71 and think they've done a great job. If you notice Simmons would have met him in that hole. However, he fed me that way and made me feel like he was going that way, and he cut it right where Simmons was literally supposed to be. He's a great runner. He's a great runner. Those small things let me know that, okay, this is going to be a long game. This guy's pretty good running the ball. I have to be careful. User! Yeah. Hit him with the 89 overall linebacker here with Kaiser. Again, he's a runner, play action. Now I'm going to see if I could have enough time to actually throw the ball. I don't. This guy's defensive line causes problems. And they're coming. They're coming at me fast, too. It's like, hey, bro, y'all chill out. Y'all coming at me too quick. And he's using Parsons. Now, on 21, you could really pick apart someone who was a defensive line user. Like, it was a joke to be a defensive line on 21. But on 22, it's a little bit different. Now, big thing here. if you all notice, I took out Justin Simmons and put in Patrick Surtain. That gave me a little bit more speed on the field. Gave me a little bit more speed. I now have a 98 speed user, which isn't going to help anything if he's doing this, but it does help in terms of being able to react and respond to plays. Now, Surtain is not going to stop anything in terms of the run, but we actually are making big improvements with that slight adjustment, because now I can make him do some things that he doesn't want to do. And I know, again, it's play action, and I thought I was there again. Remember the first play that we got the interception? That was the exact same play that he just ran here. We didn't get there in time. But his offense is kind of trash. I don't mean to be rude, but it is. It is. I'm excited now because I have Surtain. Please throw the ball. I wish he would have thrown that. Bro, if you would have thrown that, I was there all day. All day long. Please. Look at that. Had he thrown the ball, it was mine. It was mine, but he didn't have enough time to throw the ball. Jack Youngblood intercepts the ball. Y'all don't even know that song, but it's cool. It's cool. And now I'm going to start to pick at his team here. Try to see, okay, bro, you came out with this basic defense. So that's what 98 speed at tight end does for you. They don't expect him to be able to just run by people. That was a risky pass. Very risky pass. But it did what I needed it to do. I just want to get into field goal range. Just want to get into field goal range. Nothing special. Nothing fancy. We get into field goal range with a 5-yard run here. Well, 6-yard run. And we go settle and get our 3. We go get our 3 here. We'll take the 3. No big deal. Go in the half at 6-3 lead. Go in the half with a 6-3 lead. But now I know what you're doing. You all know my team. We make halftime adjustments. I don't know how, because I should be able to do it in the second quarter. But I wanted him to run that defense on me. But he came out of it. But now I know for a fact, I know what you're doing now. So you probably won't be able to do too much on defense. On offense, because I'm gonna box all that little trash up that you've been running. You can cancel Christmas on all of that. I'm ready to be on defense. Actually, I don't even care about offense, because I know he's not going to be able to do too much. And that was another risky pass. I'm out here throwing Stevies for real, but it's cool. It's cool. We go do what we do. 3-6. Now, we already know Jonathan Taylor is the guest of honor during this game. Come on, bro. Oh, you thought he was open. Hit him. Got the fumble. DeMarcus Ware scoops. That's going to cost you. Might cost you a little. Might cost you a lot. But it's going to cost you. Shout out to Married with Children, Al Bundy back in the day. I know he's going back to that same route, but I'm there. Ooh! Did you all get an opportunity to see that pick? Who doing it like that? Jumping with one hand. Patrick Surtain. That's who. That's who just did that. Yes, sir. So we get to pick with PS2. Again, Michael Parsons is doing what he's done this season for real. He's a nemesis on the field. So he's doing a really good job with using Michael Parsons, but I'm not going to let Michael Parsons be that big of a threat on the field. We're not going to do that out here. So you can cancel Christmas on thinking that Michael Parsons is going to just totally dominate the game. Again, that defense that he's running is legit. It's serious. So with that in mind, I now know that I want to be on defense. I don't even want offense. I don't think he can score 10 points on me. So honestly, I'm like, come on, let's switch this out. I want to be on defense, because I don't feel as if he has the team to be able to stop me. I kick the field goal. We go up 16-3. Again, PS2. Ooh, he there, but he there too. Again, with the slight speed adjustment. All right. First off, when someone does this play, they already had this plan before they came out. Like he knew. All right. He already told himself before the play. He's like, all right, I'm going to come out. He gonna pick off the screen, so I'm gonna throw it deep. He thought that before the play even originated. There's no way that he thought anybody was open. If anybody is open, it's this man over the middle right here. The man over the middle was open, but Dupree was open, but we closed very quickly. Everybody back there is 98 and up. Everybody. And to leave, no, bro. I mean, 98 speed and up. He was not getting that ball in there, especially off of a back foot. He wasn't going to be able to do that. He was not going to be able to do that. So, yeah, whatever. We got him to quit out. We got him to quit out. Y'all see that we are quickly advancing. Now, with this in mind, let me show you the squad. Y'all haven't seen it in a while. I'm excited about it. 93 overall, 93 offense, 92 defense. My top three, Ty Law, Devin Hester keeps lead. I'm a little upset that they took my Christmas boost, but that's cool. That's cool. If you look at my offense, now the offense hasn't changed a lot. Has not changed a lot. We have Tony Baselli is now 90 overall in terms of being a left guard. So we rocking with 490s and up on the front offensive line. Ty Sambrailo is my starting right tackle at 85. But again, we rocking 61 out of 50 Broncos. If they don't get Broncos Kim, they are not on this team. Those of you who saw my last video saw that I was rocking with Tim Tebow. Still a Tim Tebow fan. Tim Tebow fits my play style, but Peyton Manning is a lot more accurate. So I'm just using Peyton Manning for the time being. I'm switching back and forth, to be honest with you. I guess we can afford it because we have been doing what we do with the coin game, and now that we've been starting to play a little bit more head-to-head games, we are making a lot more coins. So Peyton Manning is my starting quarterback. He's, maxed out. Nothing fancy. But I will say this, though. Devin Hester is the man at receiver. And so I switched to Devin Hester. Let me show you Devin Hester's stats on a full theme team. Now, some of y'all are using Devin Hester, but he may not be on a full theme team. On a full theme team, Devin Hester gets 99 speed, 94 jumping, 95 catching, 93 catching traffic, 93 spec catch, 95 short route running, 95 mid route running, 95 deep route running. Filthy card, you all. Had the guy that I was just playing, had he given me time, Devin Hester would have had a really good game. I use Devin Hester every game. I use him every game. But I couldn't do anything with him because he was coming at me with that defensive line. Now, just for those of you who didn't know, on a Broncos team, Jerry Jeudy is nasty out here, y'all. This card is filthy. 99 speed, 90 jumping, 89 catching, 86 catching traffic. What that tell you? Don't throw it to him if somebody right there. He ain't coming down with it. 89 spec catch, same thing. He is not going to win those battles. 95 short route running, 95 mid route running, 94 deep route running. The key thing here is both of them are 99 speed. Very few teams have two 99 speed corners other than the Broncos and maybe a couple of others when they have their team maxed out. But it's very rare that you run across a team that has two 99 speed corners. So we are definitely doing what we have to do. And then when you thought it was safe to go to theaters, and you were like, all right, I'm going to double team them. Well, okay, I got Tim Patrick, who's a 98 speed wide receiver. 92 jumping, 94 catching, 89 catching traffic. Again, he ain't going to catch it over anybody. 91 spec catch, 85 short route running. 86 mid route running, but 93 deep route running. Also, he's 6'4" and 210. So while that catching traffic may only be an 89, he's 6'4" and 210. He's catching on everybody. So I've actually been using him. And actually, my third wide receiver is Brandon Marshall, 97 speed. That's why he's my third wide receiver. but he is a lot more physical than my Patrick. With him being 6'5", 232, he borderline tight end size. It's a big boy out here. So the only reason that he's third wide receiver and not higher than that, honestly, he's the slowest guy out there in terms of receiving and catching the ball. 97 speed. My tight end is a 98 speed. So that's the only reason he's my third wide receiver. He doesn't get much action on the field. That's a lie. He gets a lot of action. He just doesn't get a lot of targets. That's just the way the cookie crumbles with that one because we can't really use him. We can't really use him. That's pretty much my offense. Nothing fancy, nothing spectacular there. Defense, now you all see it. The reason we are so low in terms of defense, we're only a 92. Look at our defensive tackles. Shamar Stephen, Mike Purcell, 85-79. And those are my starters. Micah Kaiser, Alexander Johnson, 89-79. Now, I know some of y'all may have noticed as well. We use Patrick Surtain as our user. And he was a great pickup. He was a great move there because he's a lot faster than Justin Simmons. I think Justin Simmons gives me 96, 97 speed. Or is it 95, 96? It's one of the two. However, with Patrick Surtain here, Patrick Surtain is that dude. I'm just going to be honest with you. As my fourth cornerback. Put all fingers up. All right. Fourth cornerback. 98 speed. So what does that tell you about the other three? All the other three are at least 99 speed. Well, are 99 speed. 97 excel, 96 agility, 98 jumping, 89 play rec, 96 man coverage, 96 zone coverage, 95 press. Now, Justin Simmons is great, but the reason Patrick Surtain, well, I don't have to explain that. You all see why Patrick Surtain is a better card. Also, if I chose to run, I don't have a choice most of the time but to run dime with my defense because that allows my defensive ends to become my starting defensive tackles, and that helps me a lot. That puts Jack Youngblood and Shaquille Barrett on the inside and gives one of my strengths on my team are my outside linebackers. We have more outside linebackers than a lot of people. So with that, let me show you exactly what I'm saying with that. We have DeMarcus Ware, Seth Joyner, Elvis Dumerville, and Von Miller as my outside linebackers. And I even have the privilege of being able to use Shaquille Barrett as my right defensive end. So we're loaded at outside linebacker. That's actually 5 outside linebackers that are probably like 90. I think Von Miller has a 94 card, 93. He has a high card. So everybody over there is like a 93 and up. And so we're pretty loaded there. And so that gives me the opportunity to use Shaquille Barrett as my defensive tackle. But the only way I could do that is coming out in dime. So that's why I run a whole lot of dime. 2-3-6. It's tremendous for me. It helps me tremendously unless they start to run the ball. But if you notice, I also have inside stuff on Shaquille Barrett and Jack Youngblood because that Vita Vea game gave me nightmares. I'm just not going through that again. Just going to be honest with you. Just not going through that again. So you all see it. That's the basic setup. I do something a little bit different than most. My kick returners and my punt returners are my defensive guys. Ty Law is my number 1 kick returner because of his 91 speed. Brian Dawkins is my number 1 punt returner because of his 99 speed. Everybody back there is pretty fast. Nothing fancy here. If you notice, Chris Harris is actually a slot corner, so that's why I have him at slot corner with his 99 speed. I run the Texans offense. That's why some of the plays I run are not very popular in other playbooks. They have some things that'll sneak up on you, but I have a tendency to like running out of my one formation that I've been pretty successful with recently. So I pretty much stick to that. When I get mad, I start coming out of the eye. You all know I run the ball now. That's what I do. Um, I have both deep route specialist cards for my offense, and I have both in the zone cards for my defense. And I run the Broncos defense. It's pretty filthy. If I can get some players in there, I'll be happy with that. You know, these cards are gone, so yeah, we're pretty good now. On offense, if I were to have a wish list, we're loaded everywhere. We're loaded everywhere now. What I want, and this is going to happen whether I wanted to or not. I want to start getting some receivers that hit 99 speed naturally, and then that way I could change my offensive game plan. Once I'm able to change my offensive game plan, I can start focusing more on my running backs and my offensive line. But as of right now, all I have is Willis McGahee, who is a 94 speed. I just lied. No, he's 94. I think he's 94 speed. Philip Lindsay is like a 95 speed, and Javonte Williams is 93 speed. None of them are fast enough to break and be gone. None of them. So I need someone that can actually be a problem. I saw a video, I think, of Thrones, and he was talking about how he was able to put protected on Peyton Manning, and Peyton Manning was never sacked. The only problem I have with that, with Gunslinger, Hot Route Master, and Pocket Dead Eye, what do I take off to put on protected? What can I take off to put on protected? You all let me know in the comments what would be a good thing to put off and take off to put protected on. But I'm pretty satisfied. I would like a faster running back. I was hoping Tony Dorsett came out with the college heroes. I also was hoping that maybe we get a Jamal Charles. We didn't get either. It's cool. Beggars can't be choosers. But I also would like a right tackle. If we don't get another offensive lineman for the remainder of the year, this offensive line is better than last year's offensive line, head and shoulders. It's not even close. And I'm just a 40 on my mud levels. So when I hit a 45, I'm going to make Tony Baselli probably a 92 in terms of being my starting left guard. As you all saw, we don't need Sean Taylor over here because of that. We have a really good secondary. So with that being said, you all know what time it is. We loaded over here. We good. We're straight. And my guy, well, he's not my guy. I've watched his videos. Good Fox kind of let the cat out the bag when he made his video and said that the Broncos were probably the best theme team. We like riding under the radar. We want you to think that you got an easy dub when you come across us until you come across us, and then it's a done deal for you. So that being said, you all see it's been a gameplay. It's been a breakdown of the team. No further ado, you all continue to be blessed. Continue to allow God to use you. If nobody's told you today, I love each and every one of you. Hope you all can see the difference in my posting now. I'm trying to do a little bit better with that. But peace.